All right. Let's do this thing. M'Baku in hand immediately with the Makari. Fun stuff here. All right. This is nothing. I think this is a deck that a lot of like pro players and people who are probably really good at the game think is busted. I'm not good at the game, and I really just wanted a chance to try Cerebro. After like it did win the Golden Gauntlet tournament, right? Which if you didn't see, by the way, I did have the opportunity to catch it, which I was really stoked about. But it won the Golden Gauntlet, and I was like, well, I would love the opportunity to be able to play this card, play it in, a different style of list than I think I normally would. And thusly, here we are. So I can't play it. I can't do Chameleon now. I've got this left location. It's a little bit annoying. I think, honestly, I'm playing Lucas in the right lane for now. I could play it over here, but this is a lane that if I can, I'd love to be able to play a Bastion into with like a Cerebro, although Terrax is pretty dang annoying. Let's go with Jenny into Jeff. I'd love to get Mystique if I can, but again, I'm not certain if I'm going to be able to do that here. I also like the shout for potentially trying to use Jenny in this list because Jennifer Kale is, if you get the opportunity to play her before, of course, the final turn, you can just activate her and use her to get your to get these cards down a little bit sooner. I might want to play Cerebro, but I think what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to wait one turn. I'm going to activate, and we'll see what else I get. They're going Juggernaut there, sure. I can move Jeff over here, but I don't know if that's going to matter that much. Let's see. I don't think I'm going to... Yeah, I don't draw Mystique here as I'm kicking my desk, apparently. I move Jeff over here. Do I really want to move Jeff? Honestly, is it just going to be playing this? Although, here's legitimately what I'm thinking, and this could throw the game for me. I think I'm going to move Jeff here, and I'm going to do this, and then this. Because I think there's a real chance they may just play Negasonic and ruin my day. If they do that, I'm screwed. I've got no proof one way or another too, but they've got Juggernaut already. They've got Domino. They've got Terrax. I feel like, I feel like Negasonic is a card they might be running. So we're gonna go with this. I might lose. It's a Darkhawk. So if I win the 50-50, I think I win. I might lose because I did choose to play it this way. Let's see. Actually, no, I think I still get more points, right? Who does Chameleon copy? Chameleon copies Cerebro. Yeah, that's enough to win. And it doesn't matter, what is it? It didn't matter that stuff there. That was good. That's first game with Chameleon. This is exactly what I wanted to be able to do, is an additional secondary line in case Mystique doesn't enter the field. She didn't, thanks to Terrax being a little bit rude there, but we still took it home. Let's keep messing with this stuff and see what we can do with Chameleon, because Zeke hasn't been working great according to my testing. All right, next game. All right, we're up against the Latvian King currently. Astral Plane is what it is. I can't really do much about it. They've got Aranya on the board. Lockjaw doesn't change much. They've got Spidey. I guess it is going to move a Lockjaw. Maybe this might be a Ezekiel Sims list, potentially. Let's see what they got. Created cards here have +2 power, of course. I don't actually love that for a location. I might be able to Bastion stuff, but we'll wait and see. Let's play Jeff for now. They could still have another Spider-Man, which is a big deal. Batroc. And Space Throne. Space Throne's actually kind of spicy for us. Does that mean I can snap? Because I can just play Bastion over here. I think it's fine. Let's see. Is this them just playing Spider-Man, or are they going to play Zeke? Yeah, it's Spider-Punk. Sure, okay. They're going to hit Makari here. Which is actually a little bit inconvenient because I can't do much against that in general. Let's play Bastion for now, though. I'm going to activate Lockjaw, hope I get Scarlet Witch, and play Bastion. If I get Scarlet Witch, that's amazing for me. Okay, they're trying to Stegron. Let's see. Chameleon doesn't work anymore. Lucas Cage means that Lockjaw gets actually ruined in this lane. Can I just go Cerebro into Mystique? I can play Cerebro in this right lane. And if I draw a... Oh, Chameleon's it still is just out of the deck now, so there's not going to be anything big I can do with this, but I can still at least get more power on the board. I might be able to go with like a Cosmo in a lane. Let's see this. I'm actually still going to be winning the Chameleon's lane. Madam Web, Dagger, Cerebro stuff. I'm currently winning these two lanes. Cerebro's just being played here because they can't mess with it. Jeff can't do much either. I do have an M'Baku that's going to come out. Let's move Jeff over here because I can. Because I'd like to try to dodge the triggers as much as possible. Do I say screw it and try to go with the moving Luke Cage? I don't think I'm doing that. Honestly, I'm going to play this. I think it's going to be Scarlet Witch here. I don't think this is going to... I'm not going to pretend like this is the most creative deck in the world. It's most definitively not, honestly. But I liked the ideas, I think, of this for Chameleon more than anything else I've heard online thus far. Panopticron's actually a little bit unfortunate, but Zen Law means Cosmo goes down there for free. Wait, that could change everything up here. Does the Cosmo mean I win? Wow, yeah, it does. No room for... I'm sorry, M'Baku. It actually, Cosmo didn't change anything. But here's... Legitimately, I'm not going to pretend like this is creative, right? This is one of my lesser creative decks. But I've wanted to run Cerebro 3 since it won the Golden Gauntlet, and I honestly just didn't... Nothing really seemed new, and Chameleon is new. Whether or not this is creative, different conversation, but this is a new way to use Cerebro, new way to use a card, because we didn't have it in the game before. So let's keep playing it, let's see what we can do. Alrighty, M'Baku, Makari. You've got Cerebro, I've got Bastion as well, so I can play, most likely I can play Bastion onto Makari's lane. I can even throw Jeff in that same lane. So I can go Makari, Jeff, Cerebro, Hood in that lane. This might just be a misery deck, potentially. Let's see. Jeff still over at the mid is probably going to be the right call, unless this is something horrible. Yeah, that's still fine. We do have Chameleon. I don't think I'm doing a lot with it this turn. Let's see. Black Swan. Oh my gosh, someone's running Black Swan 2025. I don't think this is a great card. Clubhouse is actually a little bit awkward. I don't mind trying to change that location. Let's play Bro here. And then we're gonna Scarlet Witch this lane, I think, in a moment as well. Are we not gonna get back actually Cerebro with this play? I actually have to move Jeff, don't I? In order to get Cerebro back. I don't love it, but I have to do that, don't I? Yep. All right, let's do this. Gonna copy these two. Perfect timing, honestly. Oh, wow, that was really good timing. Yep, that was really good timing. All right, next game. Makari in opening hand, it is nice. It doesn't do a whole lot differently, I guess, between opening hand or later. I guess we just know where it's going to be early on. I was trying to figure out, like, is it actually good to have it on the board early versus late? And I don't think it matters much. Maybe I'm wrong entirely. X Mansion's potentially scary. I actually don't love it. If I could change that with a Scarlet Witch, I'd love it, but I don't know if I'm going to get that option. Okoye into Sunspot. This is a superior Spider-Man deck, potentially. I feel like both of those are potential triggers. Maybe not. Let's go Lucas for now. Okay, yeah. They could have a red guardian that will just screw me over in this lane. Let's see. Adam Warlock and Sunspot stuff. Okay. Yep, thanks, Topaz. Appreciate you. Not at all. Well, Topaz has thrown off my entire game plan. They can't change the mindscape. I don't know how much that matters. They've missed on the Wiccan triggers. I can't use... Topaz is so annoying. I'm gonna go Jennifer Kale into Cerebro. I'm gonna activate Cerebro in this lane. Hope I get something that messes with this location. What are they doing? Man Spider? Sure, they have a chameleon and a mystique. They don't have extra energy, so if they played a chameleon, it would be for base. I'm only getting rid of this because it is just less power. Start of turn 6, it swaps hands. So actually, Mercury should still be fine. The problem is I give them Jeff, and I don't love that, but they give me one of their cards, and I do like that. They give me one more. So they only don't get the last card in their deck, which I feel like there are worse things that could be occurring there. Even with this in mind, do I hate it? Like, actually? M'Baku's still in the deck right now, which is actually pretty solid. If I just go... Like, is it actually just going to be playing... Superior Spider-Man into Festus? If they float entirely, I think I lose, but it's actually... The best case for them is to float incredibly heavily. I think they lose, honestly. Because they spent so much energy, I think they lose. If they hadn't spent energy, I think we were okay. Or we lost. Because of Sunspot. Yeah, they should have just... Honestly, we lose to a full float there. 100%. But also, I think it's expected that I lose to a full float. Maybe they didn't go for it. I mean, that's why I didn't go for it, right? Because it was... My lose condition was obvious. So I didn't want to give them the obvious lose condition. I think this was still good, though. I liked the Mercury coming back on the board here. Honestly, Cerebro, in the end, I could have swapped to a Cerebro 5 with Topaz, Festus, and Superior, but... Keep going. Okie dokie. Starting off here, not a lot of crazy things. We can play Jeff over in this lane, which I like. Might just play that early. Sinister London's actually really cool for us here. I mean, Jeff, Bro, Bastion, that's real. I mean, I got Bro still. What do they have? They've got Kate and a Moonstone. I don't think I'm playing Cerebro 6, but I don't mind the Bro. Honestly, crazy enough. I feel like I just want to play Cerebro in this lane and then just going to copy it over here. It does add 5 points to each of these guys, which is going to be nice. Or 6 points in total to each. I said 5 to each, and that was just so incredibly wrong. They got my Mercury and my Jennifer Kale. Interesting. I can still just play Bastion, which is awesome. Okay. No, I'll play Mystique. Honestly, I think I should be able to play Mystique as well. I can chameleon there. Or Bastion there. Let's just play Bastion. If I get Enchantress over here, I'll be upset. But that never happens, hopefully. Prayfully. Maybe. Let's see. I can do this, and then I'll just be able to play Cerebro into Chameleon and call it a day. Or honestly, it's probably going to be best case scenario for me. Actually, I can't play all three anyway. But I will go, yeah, so I'll go Cerebro into Chameleon, and it should be fine. if you've made it like 20 minutes into the video, I want to make it very clear that I am saying chameleon wrong as many ways as I can, just to just to make people upset. But I refuse to say anything otherwise. That will be my only addressing of chameleon controversy. Chameleon gate? Is that a thing? I can say that, right? Chameleon gate? I don't know. I don't know all this stuff correctly. All right. Well, what you doing? Let me do cool things, please. I understand if they don't, right? Because this is a very easy thing to see coming. An Iron Man. Into an Esme, sure. And then Jenny. They can beat me up, probably, but let's go for it. Let's go bro into chameleon, call it a day. I'm going to be adding, in total, 12 more power to each and every one of my Cerebro cards, right? So that's pretty good. I probably didn't need to go with the Mystique there, and they could easily beat me here, right? They could just go with like an onslaught or something like that mid, and that's fair. I just want to do my points, and I understand if I lose because of that, but currently every single one of my 3 powered cards are actually going to be getting, if I'm not mistaken, isn't it 18 extra points? So let's see. Hopefully. They've snapped me. Listen, I'm guessing it's like an onslaught or something, right? I don't know. You've got 8 energy. You got a 3 cost card that you didn't have before. I don't know what they're going to go for. That's so incredible. But I honestly don't think I'm as screwed in this game. Maybe I am. Maybe I'm completely screwed in this game. This game is over. But you're not catching me finding that out until later. That was their plan. Their big plan was... Their big plan was Sage into Shadow King. Okay. Sure, I'll take the snap. Thank you. That's what we call a queen sweep up in here. I'll take it. Again, maybe not the most creative deck in the world, but if you love numbers, I do like numbers. They're pretty cool. Let's go to the next game. Starting off with Strange Academy. Nothing incredible with that location. Hood doesn't mean a whole lot. Let's see. We still can play Lockjaw on this turn. The hub gives me Head Pool, which is entirely unhelpful for anything I'd like to do here. Let's go still Lockjaw for now. I would have loved to get Jennifer Kale instead of Lockjaw so I could play stuff even sooner. Why be that lucky? Revealed the same turn. So if I play it into that right lane, that should work. We're just dealing with clog stuff, which means actually a Titania kind of ruins my day. Let's really hope they don't have Titania. I'm going to cycle a Bastion with this stuff. Okay. Let's go Lockjaw into Scarlet Witch. Activate Lockjaw. Actually, wait, hold up. I'm going to do Lockjaw. Cerebro. There are plenty of cards I don't want to get. Actually, the only one I really don't want to get here, I feel like is... The only one is Mystique that I don't want. Otherwise, this is fine, because I can also still play it in this right lane. Okay, yeah, we're chill. Merlin, okay. Let's see this. Jeff is fine. So, Chameleon I play in the right lane, I'll be chill. Let's see this. Of course. All right, let's win the game. I think, so what we do on this turn, in order to win, which I think is pretty simple for us here, what we would need to do is we would need to go chameleon in this lane. We then play M'Baku here, I think, after activating one of these lockjaws. And I might even just throw like a Scarlet Witch down afterwards. Yeah, I think we're fine. If you can control locations which they have variants, you can do well. Let's keep going. All right, we're starting off with the Bifrost. Sure. Okay, this is fine. We got Bastion, Jeff, Lucas, and wait, they're playing Martyr? Is this Cerebro 5? Or is it? It's probably Cerebro 5. I don't think I've seen anyone using. So confused by that, actually. All right, let's put Lockjaw over here. I guess I could play Jeff as well if I want to. Is Jeff helpful to throw down? I just feel like I want to know what locations are before anything else happens. I want as much control over that, or much knowledge about these locations as I can possibly get. Jeff into Jenny, I don't mind. I'm gonna get actually 2 extra energy next turn. I could play Lucas into Bastion in this left lane, or if I get like a Cerebro into Bastion, that's awesome. It's definitely Cerebro 5, by the way, is what we're playing against. Let's see what we get. I mean, so yeah, Cerebro, Bastion, activate. Deal. I don't think they're gonna have anything to probably screw with my locations too much, I don't think. I wonder if I wanted to activate Lockjaw to try to go for an extra trigger on Chameleon, because you can do that, right? I can play... Actually, I guess I could still wait, right? I can still wait till next turn. If I activate Lockjaw after playing Cerebro... Or, was it? Yeah, after playing Cerebro, before I play whatever the next card is, and if I get Chameleon, right? That does make it so Chameleon does exactly what I want it to do. Let's see. They're probably going to play Cerebro and other stuff in this lane, but I might still be able to win. They're playing 2 cards over here. I've got an extra piece of, extra point of energy, and I have my Cerebro in this lane. So if I go Cerebro, Chameleon, activate Lockjaw, and then play a Lockjaw, we'll have Lockjaw shuffle itself back into the deck, and I think that should be fine. If I get 3 Mystiques, that's best case scenario. I don't know if that'll happen, but I'm getting at least 3 Cerebros. I'd love if I got 4. Come on, come on. Come on, Lockjaw. Lockjaw, you have a 1 in 3. 1 in 3, 1 in 3. That's not the 1 in 3 I wanted you to play. Okay. Am I gonna lose the left? Or the... Let's see what they do. Cow Mandala, Cerebro, and what's the... What card are they playing mid? They have enough for Doom as well? How much energy do they have? Oh my gosh, no, because of Sarah. That's so cool. That was so cool of them. Wow. All right, I don't normally include losses, but I for what it's worth, I love the fact that we both just got really big numbers. Like, I know it's a loss, but Cerebro 5, I love it. And we win that, by the way. We had a 1 in 3 to win. Actually, no. Legitimately anything else we pulled out of our deck other than M'Baku won the game. We get a Mystique. We get the extra Cerebro bonus to get an additional 12 points in that left lane, which wins us the lane. And the right lane. We win both lanes. Which it would have been 12 right and then 9 left. So we would have literally casseroled. Or if we get Cosmo, we stop Dr. Doom. So I lost a 1 in 3 there at the end. Yeah, I'll leave this in. This is, I don't leave, let me know what you think of me leaving losses in this, because I got to do cool, I want to show you cool games, and I think this was still a cool game. It just also didn't work the way I wanted it to. I don't know, let me know. Next game. Okie dokie, starting off here, pretty good opening hand. All the 2 costs we want. This is, I don't know how common it is for Cerebro 3 to not have a lot of 1-drops. The only 2 I really see, at least as of late, has been M'Baku for 1, and also I guess I've seen Ghost Spider with some like multiple man stuff, but I've also seen a little bit of what's one I'm thinking of personally? Obviously M'Baku, right? Wait, I said M'Baku. Oh, and then Bast. M'Baku and Bast. Let's go Cosmo in this lane. I would like to guarantee that this lane should be mostly safe for me. Cassie, that's fine. Yeah, Cassie should be okay here. Let's play Lucas over here as well. I don't have any of the cards that I would really like to be able to do big stuff with yet. Although I can just go Lockjaw into Jeff. I don't mind this. Terax. I'm going to snap and make him scared of Hydra Bob going over to this lane. Oh my gosh, a rock can go over to the Washington, D.C. and get me power. Deal. Sold. So sold. Scarlet Witch into activate Lockjaw to play M'Baku here. No, you know what? I don't need to activate M'Baku. I'll activate Jennifer Kale instead. And play Lucas over here. So we actually had a pretty decent way to keep control in this game. Lucas Cage was going to be a big deal to stop them from doing a whole lot. I could have cycled another card. I didn't have my Cerebro, obviously, which was a little bit unfortunate, but Washington, D.C. was going to be an extra power that I could use as a 3-cost, or 3-powered rock, and then M'Baku would have been free. Honestly, still not bad. All right, starting off against Fairy over here. We got Mercury on the board. We have our Cerebro at least, right? Obviously, you want Cerebro for a Cerebro deck. Scarlet Witch. Oh. So Cerebro into Chameleon is going to be amazing. Yeah, I like this. I support this. I don't play M'Baku here. Can I have Bastion, please? Please, Bastion? Thank you. Lots of points over here already. A Mega Sentinel into Mercury. Man, I really want Bastion right now. Ruin a random location. Let's go with a Lockjaw for now. Let's wait and see what they do. This is, oh, this is that this is the Silver Surfer, like, activate list I've seen. Okay, sure. Let's go Lucas here. And I'll wait. Does this deck run Red Guardian? I don't remember if this list runs Red Guardian. I should pull it up. Because I remember, I've seen this list, and I just don't remember if this is a list that runs Red Guardian or not. And if it does, that's going to be a bit of an issue, potentially. All right, let's check Omega. I do this often, and I think if you are someone who is newer in the game, I think this is a great thing to do, to go into Untapped oftentimes and look to see what cards are being run inside of certain decks. I think it's very impactful, very important, and Luke Cage is a pretty good thing to do here, I think. The answer is it doesn't normally run Red Guardian. Marvel Retreat exists, right? People are always going to retreat in these games, especially when you get your full combo online. It's very good stuff. I don't know. I like this list. I'm not minding it at all. I think that Cerebro is a very good pile of cards. Let's talk about the deck. Let's talk about this. If you asked me which deck earlier this week, I would have told you, or which card I was going to be interested in earlier this week, I would have told you that I was a lot more interested in Ezekiel Sims. But due to the fact that it feels like Mercury is in enough decks, I honestly didn't enjoy it as much. So it led me over to this pile of cards that I've been wanting to mess with Cerebro 3 for a second, especially considering it won the Golden Gauntlet, and it was good. I really enjoyed this. I mean, Cerebro 3 is a good deck, right? It is competitive. I like it. There's a lot of fun stuff you can do. I think Cerebro is just a good card right now, and I think that's been backed up publicly by Second Dinner at this point. So, I mean, I can't say much negative stuff about it. If you're missing some of these higher series cards, I do not believe that Bastion is needed for this deck, nor Jennifer Kale. I think Jennifer Kale's a good question of, is this card better in Cerebro 3 or not? A card that I actually had instead of a slot that similar to Jenny in the past. Obviously, people use Sentinels. I also like Quake in that deck because I think location control is the biggest thing you are typically worried about as a Cerebro gamer. and that's always just a great thing to have. Sometimes you can run a little bit more tech stuff with like a US agent if you'd like to, or even I've seen people doing a lot of weird stuff in continuation with like a discard package potentially. I think there's a lot of fun stuff you can be messing with. I don't know if this is going to be the best pile of cards at the end of the day. I even see people trying to do Omega Sentinel, by the way, especially with the activatable cards. Rogue is another card I've seen people using. And if you're missing some of these, I'd probably say sub out as you see fit. Just recommend that they be 3 power, and they don't increase in power due to a on reveal or ongoing ability. Valkyrie is another one that I've seen people mess with, and Bast as well. Just ways to additionally set your card's power to 3 in the end. Makari, again, just another free card that you can mess with. A lot of fun stuff here. I think Cerebro 3 is a good deck, and I don't typically talk about good decks often, but I wanted the opportunity to do it today, and Chameleon felt like a great excuse to do it. I mean, Chameleon's a lot of fun. I think I enjoyed this card. It does exactly what it says in the package, and I don't see a lot of use cases for this card outside of maybe this. Maybe you can try to run it inside of Silver Surfer as well, but legitimately, Chameleon feels like a very narrow card right now. I don't think it's actually pretty much amazing. I don't think it's going to break the entire metagame open, but I like what it enables. I like what this card does, and if you don't have it, I don't think you need it. There's plenty of other 3 powered cards that I recommend. You can use any of the ones I recommended before. Be fine. You'll be completely good. I think you'll have a good time with this list, and just know I did as well. Appreciate everyone hanging out to the end of the video. Thank you so much, and I will see y'all around soon. Maybe I could try to figure out something better for Ezekiel Sims. Peace out.